Hey guys, JamesMCD Reviews here, and today I'm going to be talking about Teen Titans Go to the Movies. That's right, the film that everybody declared was the emoji movie of 2018 before it was even released, and I went and saw it. Before I talk about it, I should probably give my stance on Teen Titans Go as a series, because I've never really talked about it publicly before. I haven't seen much of Teen Titans Go, but what I have seen hasn't really impressed me all that much. That being said, I do understand and acknowledge that it is not made for me. It is made for a much younger audience, and for that audience, it is perfectly serviceable and fine. I just don't really get into it. But even though I'm not like a really huge fan, I don't have the huge hate boner for it that the rest of the internet seems to have. Which, I mean, I can understand, but at the same time, the show's existence doesn't affect me in the slightest because I also didn't grow up with the original Teen Titans. I don't have any nostalgia for it or personal connection, so this show coming out and this show being as goofy and ridiculous as it is, it's not gonna make me be like, oh, this fucking Teen Titans show, it ruined everything that's good about the original. I'm like, okay, it's just a stupid kid show that I can ignore and don't have to watch, but I completely understand where people are coming from when they are like just get really angry at this show, but at the same time I'm like, you guys gotta understand when something is not made for you, because that's what the show, that's the thing about the show, is it's not trying to like be a new version of Teen Titans. It's just trying to be some goofy, you know, childish thing that small little kids can enjoy. And that's perfectly fine. The one thing that I do agree with the masses about is how criminally overplayed this show is. It seems like you can't turn on Cartoon Network anymore without seeing like block after block after block just filled with Teen Titans Go. I would say it's because they don't have any other shows that they can play and fill up the other times with, but the sad truth is they kind of don't. But anyway, we're getting off track. Back to the movie. When the trailer first came out, much like a lot of people, I was very skeptical. I wasn't going in with very high expectations, but I went to see it anyway because I want to support more, you know, mainstream 2D animated movies in wide release. So yeah, I went in with pretty low expectations, and to my surprise, it was actually kind of really good. I really enjoyed it. Is it a perfect movie? No. Am I gonna go out of my way to watch it again? Probably not, but good lord, that was a really entertaining movie. Basically the story is Robin and his team are feeling like they're not being taken seriously. They want to be seen as real superheroes, and the only way that they figure that they can do that is if they have their own movie, because every single superhero nowadays is getting their own movie. So they decide to go to Hollywood and ask this producer lady played by Kristen Bell if she can give them their own movie. But she says, you know, they're still way too jokey. She wouldn't. The only way she would even consider giving them a movie is if they have their own arch nemesis or something like that. So they try to find their arch nemesis, and they end up finding one in Slade, played by Will Arnett, who is in the middle of his own plot right now, trying to take over the world and with using mind manipulation, and he crosses paths with the Teen Titans, and they try to make him their arch nemesis. And at first he's like, yeah, you guys are really goofy, I can't be asked to deal with you guys, and he just, you know, brushes them off. But then later on he finds that, oh wow, I guess they are really powerful together. I should probably figure out a way to split them up so that I can defeat them more easily. And the rest is pretty much, you can kind of guess where the movie's going from there. That's one of the major issues with the movie is it's pretty predictable in its plot. Like, the minute that the Hollywood producer was announced, or was, the minute that character appeared and the minute they said her name, I immediately was like, yeah, I can guess the rest of the movie from here. But one of the things that I really appreciate about this movie is its sense of humor and self-awareness, because it has a very Lego Batman style of sense of humor, and honestly I might even like this a little more than Lego Batman, honestly. But it has that same sort of self-aware referential humor where it has fun, you know, it pokes a lot of fun at DC movies, Marvel movies, superhero tropes, the movie industry themselves. Like they really take some really hard hits at themselves, and which is really, you really gotta respect that. You think that, you know, they would just be like, they would be making all of these jokes but then like prop themselves up like, yeah, we're the best and everything. But no, they acknowledge that, yeah, we're a goofy, childish, and sometimes immature show, and we're okay with that, and you kind of got to appreciate that. And as I said, there are some really, really funny and clever humor in this. I mean, you've still got the humor that you would expect from Teen Titans Go, the fart jokes, the butt jokes, the poop jokes, all that crap that you're probably used to, but no, there's some really, really good, clever jokes in this. Sometimes, some of them even go really dark at times, like, when they go to the Hollywood studio and the director turns them down, she says, like, the only way I would consider making a movie about you is if there weren't any superheroes to make a movie about. Using that, they get the idea to go back in time and stop all the superhero origin stories from happening so that they're the only ones left. And they come across, you know, Batman's parents, and they're like, you know, why are you going down Crime Alley? Something is definitely bound to happen to you. Why not go down this, like, happy fun time alley or something like that? And then when they get back to the present, the whole world has gone to shit because there are no more superheroes, and ergo no more superhero movies. So they go back in time to fix everything and put all the origin stories back. And then when they get to Batman's parents, not only do they push the parents down Crime Alley, but they give the mom a pearl necklace. I lost my absolute shit at that. That was really, really funny and really dark. Honestly, the movie, in terms of comedy, had me from the beginning when they recreated the DC EU like opening logo in the Teen Titans Go animation style. That was really clever and really funny. That was I really respected that. There are a lot of really funny cameos, like reaching from the farthest depths of the DC universe to characters that you wouldn't even, like, there's a Stan Lee cameo in this movie, and he's like, hey, here's my subtle cameo, Excelsior, which I absolutely loved. There are plenty of, you know, movie references and references to other popular superhero movies. Even some of the cast members are references to things in, like, DC lore. Like, they've got Nicolas Cage playing Superman. And if you don't know, Nicolas Cage was supposed to be cast as Superman in one of the earliest Superman movies, but it got turned down. So seeing him in this was really, really clever and really funny. I also didn't really mind the animation. I mean, I know it's really simplified on the show, but here they definitely upped the budget a little bit. It looks a lot more polished and a lot more clean. I mean, it's not as nice looking as something like the MLP movie from last year, but it's still really nice. And I also like that they try, like, different art styles. They have, like, a South Park stop motion style. They've got, like, a cute chibi style. They've got a gritty comic book style. They've even got, like, a sort of, like, Disney style, which is really cool that they use different animation styles in this. This is what I liked about the Captain Underpants movie, which I should do a review of that, and maybe later. But that's what I love about that movie too, is it utilized various animation styles for different things within the movie. And I really liked the story. As cliched as it is, it works. It's still pretty entertaining, and it does have some, like, genuine heart to it, which I found surprising. And they give the characters, like, some actual depth beyond, you know, just saying, you know, catchphrases and making butt jokes and stuff. And the cast does a really good job. You know, Will Arnett. Obviously Will Arnett is one of my favorite actors, and he does a really good job as Slade. I also like the fact that in the credits, the cast of the TV show has top billing. Like, that's the one thing I noticed about the MLP movie, is that most of the top billed celebrities in the credits were the celebrities. They weren't like the cast of the TV show, but here it's all of the cast members from the TV show first, and the only two celebrities that have top billing are Will Arnett and Kristen Bell, so I really appreciated that. But yeah, man, I just really enjoyed this movie. Like I said, I know it's not going to be for everyone. If you, like, really hate this show, then you're probably not going to like this. If you are a fan of the show, you will definitely like this. If you're an adult going to see this with your kid, you'll get some laughs out of it. If you're a DC fan, you're gonna find a lot of stuff to like about this movie. There are a lot of like I said, a lot of really deep cut references. As for me, I really enjoyed it, and it's weird, like, it's amazing that we live in a world where this childish, goofy, animated version of Teen Titans is a much more entertaining experience than the live-action, dark, gritty Teen Titans. But hey, what can you do? In terms of rating, I would probably give it 3.5, maybe even a 4. I haven't decided yet, but I really did enjoy it. Like I said, it's not for everybody. Take it for what it's worth. And yeah, that about does it. Thank you guys for watching. See you later.